So the 16th of December 1971 meant many different things to many different countries and many different things to many different people. For the Indian military, it's often been described as the Indian military's finest hour. For Bangladesh, it was called a moment of liberation. But many in Pakistan continue to feel that this was part of India and Indira Gandhi's invasionist perspective, something that India denied repeatedly. From 1971 to 2011, where does the subcontinent stand today? Could war ever redraw borders again? Could there ever be another Bangladesh? And what are the lessons of 1971? Have all three countries, India, Pakistan and Bangladesh, moved out of the shadows of 71 to a new, dynamic, constantly changing present and future? To discuss this on our special episode of The Buck Stops Here, let's introduce our panel this evening. First with us in the studio, Air Marshal Vinod Patni, somebody who was part of that 1971 war in the Western sector. Also with us, Yasmin Saikia, historian and author. She's authored a book on women, war and the making of Bangladesh, remembering 1971. Also with us, we have Bangladesh's High Commissioner to India, Tariq Karim, and he was in Tehran in 1971, but of course this is a moment of great pride and celebration for many Bangladeshis. We're also connecting many different cities across the subcontinent tonight, a technological feat as it were. We're joined now tonight from Dhaka. We have Captain Tajul Islam. He was a member of the Mukti Bahini in 1971 and is the Minister for the Liberation War Affairs of Bangladesh. Joining us tonight from Lahore, the former governor of Sindh, but somebody who was a frontline soldier in 1971, an instructor at the Pakistani Military Academy when he started, Lieutenant General Moinuddin Haider. And also joining us from Karachi tonight, we have Khwaja Samiullah Askari. He's the son of the last Nawab of Dhaka. He left after the fall of Dhaka, and a very personal story to tell there. And also joining us from Chandigarh tonight, we have Lieutenant General Dipinder Singh. He was Sam Manekshaw, the legendary Sam Manekshaw's military assistant and also the author of a biography of Sam Manekshaw. Before we cross over to Dhaka, let me start with the Indian perspective, if I may, although this is Bangladesh's moment, Air Marshal Patni, but also hailed by the Indian military as a big moment for the Indian military. Do you consider it to be one of the Indian military's finest hours? Because there's this very interesting anecdote of war where at the United Nations session convened after this particular victory for the Indian military, you actually had Swaran Singh, then the foreign minister, instructing all of the Indian diplomats, don't be seen at the bars drinking a toast of victory. India should not be triumphalist about this moment because it came from great violence and great tragedy and great loss of life. Yet, I have a feeling that the Indian military is quite triumphalist about this moment.
Of course, to misquote Churchill, magnanimity in victory is a very good thing. But it was a glorious victory. 93,000 prisoners of war. To put it in perspective, 93,000 prisoners of war is about the size of the entire British Army today. And the British Army is a darn sight bigger than many other NATO countries, with the exception of the United States. That is one perspective. In the western side, we also took over 5,000 square miles. Now, 5,000 square miles is a figure, till we realize that it is larger than the total land area of many countries in the world who are independent in their own right in the United Nations.
Okay.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone. Fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.